Hey everybody, Johnny from Acorn Wealth Corp here. With the last few days in the market bringing us a huge rally, I thought it important that I give you a bit of an update on what we could be seeing coming next from the indexes, and also some of the stocks that we've got in our crosshairs for some potentially very exciting trades. Of course, here you've got up the disclaimer up on the screen, and some of the stocks that we discuss here may be being traded already by Acorn or are intended to potentially trade in the coming days. So, just a quick disclaimer: of course, stock trading does involve risk. Let's move on to the chart. Okay, so S&P up considerably from this support point down at 1740. We saw a nice hammer formation there, which resulted in a consequent rally where they really squeezed all the shorts, and we see the stock, the S&P 500 coming right up into a key resistance point now. I'll just draw that back on for those of you at home. I wonder where I got this level from. Basically, if you take a Fibonacci retracement and measure from the top of this candle here down to the bottom here, that'll tell us where the likely Fibonacci levels are, or the heavy resistance levels are, where stock could experience support and resistance. And where we're rallying into right now at the 1830 level is where the S&P did experienced some resistance and started turning back in the final hour in today's trading. So where to next? Well, this is a very aggressive rally. We've also got some potential trend lines coming down here in around that same zone. So it could be quite likely that we have at least a pausing point and a pullback in tomorrow's markets on this strong rally we've had so far. So this is going to be something key to watch, and the other key level to watch is if we do get a pullback, I would anticipate that the main support zone is actually going to be down here at 1780. That'll be the key support to hold. The reason why is that is actually the range that was set at the open of the month. So the highest that we've been in February is actually here at 1784, and that means it's the open range of the month, and this will create a strong support point that if we do rally down, this could be the zone it takes us down to. So some possible areas to watch there. As we take that one step further to some of the potential trades that we see coming, obviously with a potential drop in the market or with a weak market with a lot of different things going on, this is one of the stocks that came up in our scan where we can see the smart money selling. The smart money being the institutions, the insiders. This is something that we scanned for institutional insider negative activity. And YRCW came up actually on the Thursday, January 30th. And you can see it's in this beautiful head and shoulders pattern where it's rallied right up, left shoulder, up to the head. And as it creates this head, which is a bearish pattern, which predicts that it will come down to the neckline being here, as it creates this, we also see that on the smaller time frame, we've also got a bearish pattern here. We have a descending triangle. So stock rallies up, creates lower highs with equal lows across this price here at 21. So on the macro, bearish head and shoulders. On the smaller time frame, bearish descending triangle. Of course, the stock unable to participate in the rally that we've seen over these last few days, and that if you go and have a look at the volume, there's the buying volume is basically dried up, and the stock is continuing to close bearish in its range. So this could be a really interesting drop from this 20 area down towards 1650 is kind of where I'm looking at the first target, and we'll be looking at that as a potential trade tomorrow. I've also been eyeing up the March $17.50 put options, which I think are around $1.10, $1.20 today. So there's one to watch as a potential short. And the other stock we're watching, also IBM. IBM, also a head and shoulders pattern that we've been eyeing up. If you have a look here at this support level here, combining with this level, you can see it drawn from the top of the shoulder through to the support point of the bounce, also where the stock gapped down to. And you can see IBM has actually came all the way down to about 170, has came to the same horizontal support line. We talked about it actually last week. I believe it was on February 4th, Tuesday, February 4th. I said I would wait for this to rally up to about 180 to 183, and which is where this line comes in, where I think this could be a great short, where it could bounce up into this zone here and straight down, and even go as low as 160. It's just this 160 area, which is how you usually trade a Head and Shoulders. You look for that drop. So you can see that comes down to that 160 area. So IBM, also something that we were looking for a potential short if it rallied up to the area that it's gotten to. And one thing that's really interesting about us feeling this would be a good area to short is if you have a look at the insiders, and you actually go over to Insider Cow and you type in IBM, you'll actually see that the insiders have been selling off as well. Take a look at that. Directors, Vice President, Controller, Director, Officer, Senior Vice President. And the price they're selling at, 177, 176, 174. It's just a slew of selling over these last 2 weeks. So for that reason, also very interesting that this is at the same time that we're looking at a potentially perfect technical place to be expecting a drop on IBM. And once again, looking at this as a potential stock trade, but also as an option trade using puts as well. All right, well those are our 2 picks for looking for potential trades going into tomorrow. Make sure you register for the upcoming workshop Wednesday night. We're going to be showing you how we found these stocks, what types of scanning tools we use that you can take away with and start using yourself right away. And most importantly, we'll also be showing you how to detect the smart money and what it exactly means in building a trade plan. It should be awesome. It's Wednesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. The link should be in the email you received or in the comments box below this video. Just register there and you can come along for free. If you did miss it, not to worry. We'll make sure that you get into the next session. Cheers.